Jim, we've got about 10 trading days left in the year. The S&P 500 is still up about 12%.
Yeah, it's a good year.
Despite fiscal cliff talks.
Very good
Do you
year.
think we stay right around there for the end of this year?
I was listening to my friend David Tepper talk this morning on Squawk on Squawk Box. I mean, he's saying, listen, we could be down 3, 4, 5% at the end of the year if we don't bridge the fiscal cliff, and I think that that's natural. I'd hate to give up that percentage on action alert, but I do feel that when you go over the charts, you see a lot of very buoyant groups. Drugs are very good. Technology away from Apple, very good. Industrials, very strong, perhaps reacting to China. You're seeing the financials, they are on fire. Now, they are very inexpensive stocks, and coming into Dodd-Frank, they don't feel the yield curve's bad for them, but there are people who are playing catch up in them. And I come back and I say, when there's this many stocks acting well, and there's this kind of breadth, even though money's coming out of the market, what would ever happen if that money reversed? There's still a lot of takeovers occurring. There's some IPOs, nothing really great. The amount of takeovers altogether is not that great, as we know from our partners, the deal. But I do believe that the market has got ahead of steam because the economy does. And it is true that there'll be a hiccup, I now believe, when we go over the cliff, because the president's being intransigent. He's not reacting in a way that I thought would happen when Boehner said, listen, we'll give in to tax increases. The president's intransigent, we go over the cliff, and then we cut taxes after, and that's kind of what everybody's thinking is happening now.
So even valuations now are cheaper than they have been historically.
Very cheap, and interest rates are still low.
So you wait until we get into January, get past this fiscal cliff?
Well, I mean, we've got some cash for action alerts. We expect the fact that there'll be a sell-off at year end because we don't believe that the representatives can get together. It'd be a gift if they could, but we got a president who believes he has very much the upper hand and doesn't really have to do anything. He just keeps saying, look, we'll go over the, he doesn't want to go over the cliff. No one wants to go over the cliff, at least out loud, because that means I favor higher tax rates for everybody. President's being adamant that, listen, the rich have to pay more. The Republicans, led by Grover Norquist, are saying we're no more increase in taxes. There's this other Republican, the Speaker, who is saying, listen, we're willing to agree, but he probably can't carry his members if Grover Norquist is saying, look, you can't do this. So I come back and say it would be still much easier for everybody. We go over the cliff, and then the Republicans launch this campaign to cut the taxes for almost everybody, and then they claim that they're the tax cut party. And that seems likely.